It's important to find balance in your life. Living your life and doing the things that you need to do sometimes causes you to make sacrifices. And some sacrifices are bigger than others. Sometimes you may go cold turkey and completely cut out all of your bad habits in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the biggest issue with that is that it starts to become hard to find a balance. You see, when I decided to make my schedule more strict and cut off smoking, cut off drinking, and cut off video games, and literally work from the second I wake up to the second I go to sleep. My folks were telling me, like, Chase, you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna get tired. You need a rest day. You need some time to rest. And, I told them, nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm burnt out right now, but I will say that I don't have a balance anymore. With me working every day and me, doing all these things, it forces me in this cycle of what's next. I'll call it the what's next cycle. I'm currently in a position that I've been praying for. I've been praying to the Lord for such a long time because I was in such a bad position. And, now I'm finally here, and it's just what's next, and I started getting scared. I started feeling like, after I get the CCNA, what's next? After, I lower my car or do the stuff that I want to do this summer, what's next? After I hit all the trails that I wanted to hit, what's next? I hit 200 pounds. What's next? I'm not satisfied with anything. And I just get stuck in this cycle where every day feels the same, my coworkers will come up to me and be like, hey, it's almost Friday, and they'll look forward to the weekend. And, I don't really have anything to look forward to. And it's not necessarily anything sad, but it's I'm working too hard. I don't have any balance. The only thing I really look forward to is maybe riding my bike with my brother, but that only happens once a week. And even still, it's fun while it lasts, but then, once it's over, it's like, it's over now, it's time to move on, time to, focus back on work and the grind and all that other stuff. So I'm here to tell you that it's important to have a balance. Like, as much as you may be 110% full speed in your goals and the things you want to achieve in life, and making that happen, there's nothing wrong with that. But even the Lord himself, his son, when he put himself as a human being on this earth, the perfect man even had one day where he would just rest and not do anything. So that really says something. And, I really underestimated how important having one day to just do absolutely nothing is. But, after working for so long, I really realized how important it is. Last weekend, I went on vacation. I went to Lynchburg, and it was honestly a breath of fresh air. I brought all my stuff. Like, I brought my laptop, I brought my camera, I didn't bring my tripod, but I was like, I'm gonna still record my YouTube videos, I'm gonna still edit my YouTube videos, I'm gonna still study, I'm gonna still make sure I do this, I'm gonna still make sure I do that, I'm gonna still make sure that I don't play video games. And, once I got there, and I was chilling with the family and talking to them, all that kind of went out the window. It felt like it was the first time in a while that I could just have a breath of fresh air and really enjoy the moment. Like I've been working so much that, I literally took the time to sit down and just play Minecraft on survival mode. And as you know, in today's standard, like, majority of people still love Minecraft. It's a very wonderful and cherishable game. But, compared to the games that I used to play, like Call of Duty or, Mario Kart, or that's really all I would play. I don't really play games much anymore, but I would play very fast paced stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I was able to enjoy playing Minecraft says a lot, you know. Like I was just relaxing, chilling, just mining trees and getting ores. And even though Minecraft isn't really a very objective based game, it still hit. It still was fun for me. And I feel like that's just because I didn't get that for the last couple of weeks. So, you know, I talked to my dad and I was just telling him how I felt. And he was suggesting that, I become more social. Because the biggest thing I realized while doing this is that it's very isolating. And even though I made a rule for myself that um, I'm not going to initiate anything or invite myself to anything, I realized that sometimes it's not too bad initiating a conversation, calling up your friend and checking in on them, or calling on a family member and checking in on them. It's so easy to get caught up in our own lives and put all the focus on us or on you, that you start to forget those people around you. And just because they're not really hitting you up or checking in on you does not mean that they don't care about you. Because you still care about them, but are you hitting them up and checking in on them? So, I don't know. It's only the fourth month into the year, and I feel like time has been going so fast, but you know through that time I've been progressing so fast that it feels slow, like, if that makes sense. So it's just, even though it's only been 4 months and it kind of feels like it's only been 1 month, at the same time it feels like it's been like 4 years. I just do the same thing over and over again. I and I don't know. I really started this strict schedule like 2 weeks ago, but it just, I guess it's really starting to hit now. Third weekend. After that shoulder injury, because that shoulder injury kind of forced me to rest for that weekend. I got injured on Saturday. I spent the rest of my time in the hospital, got out at like 10 or 11, and then just watched the show until I went to sleep. And then Sunday, I was kind of just not doing anything really. And then I went grocery shopping. And then after that, Monday came up, right back on it. You know what I'm saying? Woke up, went to work, studied, DoorDashed, slept. Work, study, DoorDash, sleep. Work, study, DoorDash, sleep the whole week. And then on the weekend, went to Lynchburg, was able to have that breath of fresh air. Because the weekend prior didn't really feel like a breath of fresh air because I was injured, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, like, I'm in pain, and while I'm resting, being in pain, like, I'm supposed to be resting, but I'm over here like, damn, like, this injury just forced me to miss out on making money during the weekend or whatever. and all that other stuff. And I don't know, it just becomes a cycle. When you start working too hard, it starts becoming a cycle, and then all you think about is work, and then your life just slips by. And sometimes you have to remind yourself that you're still young. You still have time. You don't need everything this year. You don't you don't need everything this year. It's okay to take your time. So I hope you learned something from this video. I just kind of went on a vent, I guess. But I just want this video diary to kind of be, I mean, that's what it is. It's a process of my life. And maybe one day I'll go back and kind of watch through it and just see the difference in my demeanor, like my eyes, how I speak, and see if I'm making progress. I know I'm making progress, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. And I don't know why it feels like I'm not making progress when the evidence is clear. Like the flashcards for my study sets are getting completed. The scale is going up in weight. My money, the numbers are stacking up. My credit scores are stacking up. But I still feel like I made no progress. And maybe it's a spiritual thing, because I'm not even gonna lie, the last time I cracked open a Bible was last year. I don't think I cracked open the Bible to read it once this year. I don't think I really took the time to sit down and pray to God once. I definitely prayed to him, but it's different just praying to him and like, oh yeah, like this is what's going on. I wish for this to happen. I wish for that to happen. In Jesus' name, thank you. Versus, actually relying on him. I find myself relying on material things, relying on seeing progress, or relying on ChatGPT for validation. I guess that's how you really stoop pretty low, when you talk to an AI bot about your problems. But yeah, so that's how I'm feeling today. Today was a rough day, but we'll bounce back. We'll bounce back, we'll get better, and we'll get happier. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.